Well, you are watching QVC, the shopping channel, this Saturday evening. It's great to have your company. I'm Julia Roberts here with Paul Dawson, who is the Senior Design Engineer with Dyson. And you've been with them 8 years. You have been at the forefront of helping to bring new products to the market, because it's from conception to inception, isn't it?
That's right,
the job that you do.
Yeah, I take an idea, I work with James weekly on the ideas, and then I follow that idea through all the way into production. In fact, last year I was in Malaysia making sure that our latest set of vacuum cleaners go into production and reach the consumers. So that's my job, really, looking at the problems, solving those problems, and then making it work really, really well.
What you've got here is actually brilliant, because most of the handheld cleaners that are out there, we don't really use them, let's be honest about it, because they're fiddly, they're faffy, you don't want to be bothered with them. This is a great idea, very, very portable, really, really easy to use. It's the it's 829168, it's the Dyson DC16 car and boat handheld cyclonic vacuum cleaner with an accessories pack once again. Obviously, not many of us have got boats, so it could be a car boot, but also other things. You know, I even think when you've had a sort of small spill somewhere and you don't want to get your main vacuum cleaner out, this is just really quick and easy to use because you leave it on charge.
Well, this was great, yeah. I mean, I used this last weekend. I was building a gingerbread house for my goddaughter, and hundreds and thousands, which I've got in the bowl, absolutely went everywhere. And DC16 was on the back of my cupboard door. Got it out, it's holstered. It holsters in one of these. This can be wall mounted as well for ease of use, like we've got around here.
Yeah.
And really ready to use. I'll hold the grip, just press the trigger, and you can see there, it's actually so powerful that I don't actually need to be over the dirt and debris.
It's actually drawing it towards, isn't it?
Yeah, you can see that section. It's very, very lightweight. I mean, what we did, we saw with most handheld vacuum cleaners that the weight was all forward of the wrist, and it really started to hurt after a while. So we put the battery pack and the motor around the wrist. And what that meant is, because the weight was counterbalanced, it actually doesn't feel that heavy.
As heavy.
And the pistol grip, a lot of people say it looks a little bit like a space-age ray gun. The pistol grip actually allows you to point very accurately, press the trigger when you need it, and then vacuum up the mess.
OK, now obviously that's the Crevice tool that we're looking at there, which is really handy for getting into narrow spaces. But you are getting other things. There is an accessories pack with this. So whilst we're demonstrating with that, we can change that over and show you the different accessories that you get as part of the price, which is £116 and 52 pence. So show us what else we get then, our accessories pack.
A very wide nozzle tool. I mean, this is really good for use on the stairs, use on upholstery, and also use on mattresses. If you vacuum your mattress, we actually have a lot of
Which we should do regularly.
Again, just simply connects the top there. All of these items you can see. This is a mini soft dusting brush for your little keyboards, for instance, Venetian blinds, for getting dust off those. Again, a stub and dirt brush.
Computer keyboard, could that be for?
Keyboard, yeah.
Okay.
This allows you to kind of scrub away at those dried-in stains, like maybe like a little bit of mud that your cat's kind of brought in. And again, they all click on the front here.
Cats don't bring mud in. Cats are really clean creatures.
Really. So yeah, it just fits on the end there, and you can see it just cleans everything up. There you go.
So that's your accessories pack. You're getting the heavy-duty tool, you've got the Crevice tool, you've got the soft brush, and you've got the wide sweep as well, which is ideal for the stairs.
There's also a flexible hose too. If you want to kind of put any of the accessories on the end here, you can simply connect them to it and connect this end to the vacuum cleaner. And yeah, you don't want to hold it around, you can wave the ends around here on the end of the hose
and I think this is really handy actually for the car. You know, when you're vacuuming your car, if you go along and have your car cleaned, I had my car cleaned the other day and they did a fantastic job, they really did. They said, did I want them to do the inside? I said, no, you know, I have to do that myself. And actually I came away from the garage thinking, I wish I'd got them to do it because it's such a faff, you know. This would make it easy, and with that flexibility, with that hose behind the seats that you push forward, you really can get into the car properly, can't you?
It's excellent for car seats as well.
Yeah.
This can do all the kind of dusting on your dashboard, but also you get this long Crevice tool. It's great for those little nooks and crannies that you often lose money down, and and you get the dirt as well. You know, you don't get that dirt when you Well, you put your hand down there.
I mean, not only that, but if you've got children, let's be honest about it, particularly if you're travelling over the next coming weeks when they're on holiday from school. The thing is with children, to keep them quiet on long car journeys, what do we all tend to do? Give them a bag of crisps, a biscuit or two. And that's what we're simulating here. I mean, you've got crumbled up biscuits there, which is a familiar sight, actually, I should imagine, on the back seat of most cars, isn't it?
I'll show you. This is the other tool that you get actually
you get
in the
that
box.
as well?
Yeah, this is the Crevice tool and a dusting brush as well.
Excellent.
And it's really useful for just getting the breadcrumbs out of the chair.
Now, is it the same cyclonic action that you've got in the larger machine? Does it work in the same, on the same principle?
Yes, it is. It's the same principle. Again, air comes into the bin. All the large particles and debris are spun out of the airflow and dropped to the bin. And the smaller particles go through into our root cyclone technology here, where it's accelerated again really, really quickly. All the small particles are flown out of the air, and then the clean air makes its way out the back of the machine.
Now this is, we're showing this obviously cordless at the moment. It comes, you charge it up, it charges quickly, it will give you 6 minutes of continuous use. But I do understand that you can actually plug this into your cigarette lighter in the car if you're cleaning the car with this.
You can charge it from the car, yeah. We haven't got a system that you can actually run it from the car yet. Most cars actually require you to have the ignition on with the power through. So this is really, if you're going on holiday and you want the peace of mind of somewhere to someone to clean your car or caravan if you're going caravanning. My mother was always forever sweeping the grass and the dirt and the sand that my brother and I paddled in. It's great. It will charge in your car whilst you're driving around. 3 hours later is all it takes, 3 hours from empty to full, and then you've got 6 minutes of continuous suction.
In your home when it's plugged in, how long does it take then?
3 hours as well. So it's from empty to full in 3 hours. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And 6 minutes, I will be honest with you, when we were talking about this, Paul, before, I said 6 minutes, that doesn't seem like a very long time. But you've done your research on this, haven't you?
We did a lot of research looking at the kind of vacuum cleaners you put tokens in at car washes, and 6 minutes was about the average time that they gave you. And because of the trigger action, you only needing the suction when you press the trigger, it's really simple. You don't actually realise that it's only 6 minutes.
So it's not 6 minutes continuous, because you're going to use the trigger, then release it, use the trigger, release it. So 6 minutes continuous isn't very long, but actually that's probably going to amount to about 20 minutes of cleaning maybe by the time you've moved around.
Yeah.
And 829168 is the item number. Remember, you are getting the accessories pack as part of this deal from QVC. I mean, actually, here's some ideas for you. You know, using in a workshop, if you've got someone who's a really keen DIYer, and the one thing that they moan about maybe is the cleaning up afterwards. These are great, these canister cleaners, because you pick up all the dirt and debris, and you just tip it away. You know, you haven't got vacuum cleaner bags. You haven't got to keep changing the bag for the different debris that you're picking up. And that we're showing you there is the Hepa Filter, which once again is going to make sure that the air that goes back into your room, into your air, is really, really clean. I mean, Hepa filters, I think I'm right in saying, were developed originally for hospitals, weren't they?
That's right,
where it all came from?
Both these filters are actually washable as well, so you don't really need to buy anything. Once you bought the machine, there's nothing to buy. It doesn't have a bag. It doesn't rely upon bags or filters to take dirt and dust out of the airflow. So washing the filters regularly, we say every 3 to 6 months for this product, keeps it all in tip-top condition. And there's a filter at the back here that stops all of the little air particles from the motor into the air. It's like a little sponge that you take out and wash. And then
obviously make sure it's dry before you put it back in the machine.
And then there's a filter here that you just take out, and you again wash like the sponge. It's got full instructions included, so it's very, very simple to do when you're at home. It takes about 24 hours to dry. We say not to put it near a radiator because of the heat might distort the filter, but just cold water underneath it like a sponge, and that's it. Rinse it, give it a rinse.
Going to give this a go. Actually, I looked at this and I thought initially, without the nozzle, if you can imagine, it kind of looks like a really flash coffee making machine, doesn't it? Okay, let's have a go with this. You have actually got a 3-year guarantee on this. 2-year, sorry, guarantee on this. I'm just picking that up. Can you see we are sucking those particles actually into the unit before my nozzle gets anywhere near there? It's a really good suction. And this trigger action is very easy to use. And as you were saying, because you've got the weight distributed around the hand, it doesn't feel heavy at all, does it?
Yeah. It's very, very good. I mean, there is another use as well that a friend of mine told me about recently. She actually used it to catch spiders. You see how quickly all that went in there?
You didn't know I was going to do that,
I didn't know you were
did
going to do that. But I can show you now a really, really simple feature, which means you don't actually have to touch the dust and dirt. You simply press this red button here, and the bin empties back into that bowl. So you can do it again. Yeah.
829 168, the item number. Less than 50 of these to go round now. And, you know, the whole point about this is portability. You can put your holster for sitting the unit into. You can wall mount this, can't you?
Yes, you can. It comes with screws. Mine's wall mounted, so it's really easy to kind of just dock in, and then when it's ready, I just pull it out again. It sits on charge all day. It's so much easier than getting your main vacuum cleaner out and uncoiling the cable, especially for like spot cleaning as well. So if you've got a little spot that you're cooking, you've got some friends round, you know, whether the dog has knocked the plant pot over and there's earth everywhere, simply just pull the DC16 out of its docking station and get it to you straight away at that stain.
And can you leave it on charge all the time, so it's always ready to go?
Yes, it's always ready for action.
And it's safe to do that?
Yes. Yeah.
Brilliant. Again, you know, we're just giving you ideas of how to use this. We'll go through again the accessories pack and show you all the accessories that you get with this, but useful around the home, useful for the car, useful for the workshop if you've got to do it yourself, useful for your boat if you happen to have one. And also, you know, I was just thinking, if you perhaps are a more mature person and doing the stairs has become a real nightmare for you, even with the lightweight unit that we just sold out of, for some people that's going to be too much for them to do the stairs with.
That's right,
This is fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I use this, if I'm in a hurry, I use it for doing the stairs. I put this tool on here, it's a very wide tool, and I just simply go up the stairs and back in them very easily, and gets all the little dust bunnies, the little clouds of fur, pet hair and fur that accumulate over the week very, very quickly.
The stairs are behind you.
Yes, it's very,
Paul, do you want me to scatter some stuff?
I've got some debris.
It is pantomime season, you know.
Yes, please. And you can see, I just simply switch a trigger on. It's very, very easy to use on the stairs.
It is very efficient, and of course the other thing, the part of the stairs which I personally find the most difficult to do is the risers.
Yep.
You know, it's all very well doing the flat area of that, but the risers are really tricky.
Well, this
You've
can
thought of that
around.
too, haven't
This
you?
can swivel around, and very easily I can do the risers too, like that.
So you've got a lovely groomed-looking stair carpet, both on the treads and the risers. It's, you know, what you've got here is a really easy-to-use machine, and lightweight when you're holding. What does it actually weigh, Paul?
It's 1.5 kilos.
1.5?
1.5 kilos, yeah.
OK, it doesn't actually feel that heavy when you're holding it.
Because the weight's all around your wrist. It's counterbalanced, so it's very, very easy to twist and turn around when you're using the product.
Well over half the stock has gone. It's very busy on the phones for this. Don't miss out on it. 829 168, the item number. This is a premier show, remember, here on QVC. We're looking at Dyson. Our first unit sold out very, very quickly. And we're looking at the handheld unit here, which, if you have got a keen do-it-yourselfer, even I would go so far as to say, if you've got somebody who's a keen crafter. You know, the thing is, if you knock over things that have got... if you keep this clean...
Yeah.
And what, can you wash it? Can you actually wash the
Yeah, you can take the bin
itself?
out. Yeah, you can take the bin off. You have to empty the bin first, of course, and then simply detach the bin. You can wash that out very easily.
Because what I was thinking is, if you are a crafter and you keep that nice and clean, if you did knock something over, all you would need to do is just pick it up and then empty it back into the receptacle that you spilt it from.
Like sequins, for instance. Yeah, if you're dressmaking. I don't make dresses, but, you know, I can imagine sequins would be very useful.
Nothing wrong with making dresses. I've made a few in my time.
But yeah, little things like that will just...
Even things like drawing pins, I guess you could pick
drawing
up with
pins,
that.
yeah. As long as they fit through the nozzle, yeah.
Always things like that I knock over.
And you don't want to be treading on any drawing pins.
No, you don't.
I mean, what I found it useful for is...
Do you know what I thought? I've just had the most, well, seasonal idea of the lot, really. Christmas tree needles.
Pine needles, excellent.
Honestly, I mean, we put our Christmas tree up about a week ago. We would have done it if my son had had his way. About a week ago. And I went into the conservatory today and there's already pine needles dropping from it. Even though it's not hot in there, it's quite cool in there, actually. And this would be ideal when you've taken the tree down after Christmas, cleaning up all the pine needles, making sure you get all of them. Very
simple. I mean, you can do it daily. You just put it in your holster, wait for it to charge. You can actually do it in the morning and in the evening if there's a lot of people knocking the needles off.
Excessive.
Well, I know some people do that. I do know some people. My mother was one of them. So.
Approaching limited stock on this now. 829168, the item number. Again, just run through very quickly with me the accessories pack that we get here that comes with it. £116.52. It is brand new today on QVC. So you get the unit itself, and then the accessories pack is what?
Well, the accessories that you bring with it, you've obviously got the base station, which you can warm out. You've got the in-car charger. You've got a long crevice tool here, and the combination crevice and brush tool. And then the extras that we're throwing in are the stubborn dirt brush with the stiff bristles to get the ground in dirt out of your carpet, the soft dusting brush, the hose to allow you to extend into those difficult reach places, and then the wide kind of nozzle tool that we use, great for like mattresses and stairs and upholstery. Really, really used, very easy to interchange. They all click on and they all secure very robustly with this button here. Just clicks in and clicks off.
829168, the item number, £116.52. Brand new today here on QVC. 829168, the item number.